Thank you, Jason. It's still a lot, but fewer than 150,000 Iowans remain in the dark tonight, 4 days after the state was slammed by that derecho on Monday. MidAmerican Energy says it expects nearly 35,000 customers without power right now to be back online by late Saturday. Alliant Energy, which services hard-hit Cedar Rapids, says it doesn't expect to restore everybody's power until Tuesday. Oh, hooray for the power crews. They are making huge progress here in the Des Moines area.
Yeah, many homeowners are taking advantage of an important city service. KCCI senior reporter Todd Magel is at the Harriet Street Compost Center, where there's now a mountain of debris. Todd?
Ray and Steve, check out the mountain of limbs behind me here. There are limbs, there are trees, there are branches, there are leaves. 700 people lined up the very first day when this opened, and there have been hundreds every day since, all trying to get rid of the damage after the storm. This is the new hotspot in the city of Des Moines. Load after load of storm debris ends up right here.
This is the second of many loads. I probably have a half a dozen more loads to go at least.
The Harriet Street compost site is the final resting place for hundreds of tons of Des Moines plant trash. And Susan Dyer is happy it's close and free of charge.
It would cost a fortune if I had to pay to have it done. So I'm very grateful.
As long as you show a Des Moines ID and aren't a commercial hauler, you can bring your branches, your limbs, and tree trunks to the site. And it's easy to see hundreds of homeowners have taken advantage of it. Also on the south side, MidAmerican Energy crews are still out working to restore electricity. These crews are at Southwest 12th and Virginia. A giant tree crashed onto the line and snapped a power pole. They removed the damaged pole and planted a brand new one. It won't be long before power here returns.
We've had some very grateful people wanting cold water.
Amy DeCastro with the Salvation Army stopped by to bring crews cold water. She's also searching for tired Des Moines residents who need a cold drink and some snacks. She says it's the least she can do to lend a hand.
I've also been without power for 3 days, but it helps me get my mind off things. But people are very grateful. They want to, it just makes them feel good.
And just down the street, Adam Hazelwood has been in the dark for 5 days and says the power crews on his street are a great sign.
And how thankful are you that they're finally here?
Pretty thankful.
Awesome.
Ready for some air conditioning.
This is a good day for air conditioning. By the way, this site is open until 7 o'clock tonight. It's open from 7 in the morning until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We're live on the east side. Todd Magel, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Good to know. Thanks, Todd. Well, Alliant Energy says just under 7,000 customers remain without electricity in and around Marshalltown tonight. Marshalltown city leaders say a cooling station will be available tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. at the Salvation Army headquarters. That's at 107 West State Street.
In Jasper County, more than 300 people in Newton are also waiting for their electricity to turn back on. Power poles broken in Monday's storm, as you can see, are still hanging over some Newton streets. Some people we talked with say they are using generators to keep their refrigerators and freezers running.
Oh, I was very scared. I was crying. I was very scared. I was very scared that we were going to potentially lose the house.
We just stay where it's cool and shade and just make the best of it.
Yeah, that's all you can do, make the best. But people in Newton are just very, very grateful that nobody there was seriously hurt.
Yeah, well, in Malcolm, people are trying to clean up the mess left behind when the storm ripped apart several grain bins there. 400,000 bushels of corn and soybeans there could be a total loss, but co-op managers aren't sure yet.
We don't know. It's going to be a long time before we can figure that out. There's so many things involved and so many things we don't know yet, and we might not know for another month.
The co-op estimates cleaning up may take until November. Over 8 million acres of corn and over 5.5 million acres of soybeans were damaged or destroyed in Monday's storm. That's the new estimate released today by the Iowa Secretary of Agriculture. That damage is spread across 57 of Iowa's 99 counties. Right now, Cedar Rapids officials say they need help from FEMA. Tens of thousands still don't have power and residents are running low on basic necessities. KCCI's Chris Gothner is live there amid what will be a long recovery process. Chris?
Yeah, it really will be a long recovery, and you can see why, because look at all this, trees lining the street everywhere, tree branches, debris, you name it. People are still cleaning up here. You can see this is, keep in mind, 4 days after this storm hit. We got some new numbers from the city of Cedar Rapids. They show that more than 1,000 homes have been damaged here to the point of unlivability. This storm sure packed a mighty punch. It's been 4 days since a derecho devastated Iowa's second largest city, and in many ways, the cleanup here in Cedar Rapids has just begun. Drive around any neighborhood and the destruction is evident. Downed trees, damaged power lines, and mangled cars are a common sight. 2 people were inside their Chevy Malibu when a tree fell. Somehow they're okay and managed to drive it back home. And many homes are in bad shape right now. Dean Moss is cleaning up at his sister's house. The storm blew her garage clear across 2 yards. He was lucky to get power back a day and a half ago. Many here are still without. Moss says he and his family are grateful to be okay. As the refrain goes, after disasters like these, things can be replaced, but people can't.
You take it day by day. It's a day by day. It's week by week, month by month, until the whole city comes back together.
Well, here's a wider look at the street here, and it gives you an idea of the scale of the damage. And I mean, this is not an unusual sight here in any neighborhood you drive through here in Cedar Rapids. Now, 100 engineers from the National Guard arrived in town today. And as you heard a little bit earlier, it could be until Tuesday until folks here get power, although perhaps that might be even a better estimate from what they thought originally. So it is going to be, at least for some people, more than a week before they can get power. Live in Cedar Rapids, Chris Gothner, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Governor Reynolds was in Cedar Rapids today, and she says she wants to apply for federal disaster aid as soon as possible, adding that the state stands ready to assist Cedar Rapids with whatever the city may need.
I want Cedar Rapids and Lynn County and all of those that have been impacted by this natural disaster to know that the entire state of Iowa stands with you.
When disaster like a derecho strikes, the American Red Cross goes to work. New at 6, KCCI's Max Dieknight tells us what the Red Cross volunteers here in Iowa are focused on right now.
Yeah, well, Steve, volunteers from several other states are here in Iowa tonight helping people hit hard by the storm. It's been a challenging process that began right after the storm hit on Monday.
This storm really hit us somewhat unexpectedly, I think.
Red Cross of Central Iowa Executive Director Leslie Schaefer says Monday's storm hit like a hurricane. She says the main challenge for them was trying to figure out how they could help.
I think that people were really very much in shock, not knowing kind of what the next steps were with power out, cell phone out. It was hard to get information kind of flowing back and forth.
Schaefer says thankfully here in the metro, grocery stores were able to stay open and the water supply was not affected. And she says while there was a lot of damage, most people were able to stay in their homes.
When you have a power outage situation, most people want to stay in their home as long as they can. They want to start cleaning up, which is really what we saw happening.
The focus now is on the eastern side of the state. Schaefer says the Red Cross moved volunteers and other resources from surrounding states, including Nebraska, Minnesota, and Missouri, into the hardest hit areas. They're also housing people who were forced out of their homes due to the storm, but Schaefer says that comes with its own challenges.
In a COVID environment, you have to have much more space in between sleeping cots, and it really is not the preferred way.
Schaefer says she hopes people consider helping out their neighbors by either volunteering or donating to the Red Cross. Rhea?